right, ready?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So, my third and last team, combined with my hot take for this episode, Virginia Tech. So I am glad that we were somewhat. It kind of validates what I felt
Yeah?
that we were on the same page as fans. But I'm gonna go a little farther. I think they win 10 games.
10 games. Virginia Tech.
I think they win 10 games,
Their over-under was 7.5.
and I would take the over.
You're saying I should drop some money on this.
Drop money on that.
I don't have my phone on me.
I do not recommend that for all our viewers. We are not.
Yeah.
That is not our thing.
Everyone, you should gamble responsibly, and if you don't know if you have
21.
the money, you should not.
I can tell
Use
this man to gamble though.
Maybe, because he knows my financial situation.
Correct. So Virginia Tech, great coaching staff.
Yeah.
And I say that James Franklin, I'm gonna say it. He's a good coach.
Josh, but he just got fired.
He's a good coach. He gets 10 wins every single year.
Josh, he must have been terrible the last few years for them to fire him. Oh,
good
wait.
coach.
He made a semifinal game last
He
year.
made semis.
Oh, right.
Now, was it through an absolute cupcake of a walk? Absolutely. But that's the point.
If Virginia Tech took that cupcake walk, they'd be
They would
making
also.
a statue of him. Okay,
Facts.
continue.
So, James Franklin's good at winning games he's supposed to, right? If he's favored, he's winning. Okay.
It's true.
So let's go through the schedule.
I thought their schedule was a little more difficult
It's
than I
all
was
right.
expecting.
It's all right. I would have liked better for this one to go, but it's not a bold take if it's not bold. So
Oh, yeah. I love the bull takes.
VMI key debts. What's a key debt?
Point proven. Continue.
Old Dominion.
They're a decent group of 5 team. I think
Not worried.
Virginia Tech's got a good enough team to take them down for sure.
They could beat them on town alone.
Oh, okay.
Maryland.
Yeah, they're not that
All
good.
right. Meh. Virginia. I think Virginia's gonna have a down year this year. I think I'm not as worried about that one as I would have been in past years.
Well, especially coming off that just devastating and like really ugly loss to 7-5 Duke in the ACC championship.
Yep.
Yikes.
Boston College.
Yeah,
All
they're
right
bad.
team. Meh.
They're not that good.
California. Meh.
Can beat anyone, can lose to anyone.
Facts.
That's what I think.
And if they're favored, James Franklin's winning.
Oh, that's a good point. Okay, so what are we at now?
So we're at one,
Like
2, 3,
5
4,
wins,
5,
1
6.
maybe?
6 games. I have six wins in a row right now. They're going to start 6 and 0, and they're going to be ranked.
Okay, that's totally possible.
They're going to be ranked. They go to play Clemson.
Okay.
Now this is where I get worried. They got to win about 2 out of 4 games here.
Did you know Clemson's kind of hitting the portal?
Really?
Yeah. Like,
This is
maybe-
groundbreaking.
it's a segment for next time. But Clemson hitting the portal for the first time, like
Groundbreaking.
ever, like with any sort of attitude at all. We'll see how that works out. Does that change your opinion?
No.
They might not be very good at it.
No. Not really.
Yeah,
They
probably
had,
not.
They had the best team in years last year and
Right.
did not do anything with it.
Right. Well, continue.
So they got a 4-game stretch here. They need to win 2 of these. And this
Okay.
is where I get nervous, and I'll tell you why I think that they're going to be able to. Clemson, Miami, SMU, Georgia Tech. Now,
Okay.
Georgia Tech, is Diego Pavia going to stick around? We're going to assume no,
Well, Diego Pavia
for the sake of my hot take.
is on Vanderbilt.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Georgia
Haynes
Tech
King.
is Haynes King.
Haynes King.
He was an old senior. I don't remember if he's still sticking around. I thought he would have been draft worthy,
That's on me.
but
Haynes King.
yeah, I don't know. As long as you don't.
If Haynes King's not on that team, we win.
Yeah.
Right? That's fine. SMU, if they're favored, they're going to win.
I see.
Right? Now, Miami and Clemson, if Clemson's had a bad year or is not looking great, but if they only have 1 loss, yeah, I feel iffy about that. And then Miami, I think a lot of people are going to leave. I think they could catch fire and they could beat them. And then they finish out with Pitt and Stanford. So
Let me see that real quick. I mean, just looking through this real quick, Clemson's
think about it.
Clemson's ceiling is higher because they're at the portal.
Sure.
Like 10 or 11 wins. Their floor is like 3 wins. Miami, they got the biggest chance. Their ceiling is the national championship. Their floor is like, as long
6
as
wins? 7
Cristobal's in there, probably 7 wins. SMU, I think their ceiling is like 9 wins if they open their pocketbooks. Otherwise, their floor is like 4 wins. Georgia Tech had a lot of veteran guys,
And
so
I think they're leaving.
I agree with you there. I don't think they could be as good as they were this year. Might still be good enough to beat Virginia Tech, but then maybe not. And you're saying they win their last 2 games?
Absolutely.
Pitts was pretty good last year, you know?
So here's why.
And why is that?
If they're favored, they're gonna win, right? That's not an issue.
Yeah, right.
What's gonna happen here is James Franklin is not gonna have a monkey on his back for this first year. He's gonna be able to play free, no expectations on him, no nothing, no big brother. There's no Ohio State, there's no Michigan, no Oregon lurking in the background going, "You get ready to dash your hopes," you know?
Yeah.
They have none of that. Virginia Tech is just going in there going, happy-go-lucky. All right, let's go play a football game. See what makes it happen.
Yeah.
James Franklin's good at that.
All they need is more than 3 wins to do a lot better than they were. 3-10 would be
I think they're going to
quite
get 10.
incredible.
Write it down.
3-10.
Clip it. Virginia Tech is going to have 10 wins this coming season.
So, one thing that I really wanted to do on the show is when we make bold predictions, we make them, but then the other person ranks them. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So, but we can't do a ranking scale out of 10
Sure.
because those are skewed on terrible ways. So, I'm thinking, what do you want to make the ranking scale out of? 5, 7, 20?
7. I like
7? I really like 7, actually. So, all right. That take, Virginia Tech gets 10 wins. I am going to put that on the whatever we call the ranking scale in the future. I am going to give that. You made a really convincing argument that it is possible that it can happen.
It's possible.
I'm going to give it a 6.5. That would be an
Out of 7?
6.5. It's that bold. 10 is ridiculous. That winning 4 out of those last 6 games is going to be really difficult.
I think it's going to be hard.
I won't even say Maryland's going to be a pushover. Maryland just watched what Indiana just did, and they're just going to be coming with a vengeance, you know?
So they play. So this is where I struggle. So this is why this is fine that it's a 6.5. They play at Clemson, at Miami, at SMU.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even know. Yeah, that's a problem.
They play Georgia Tech at home, Pitt home, Stanford home, Virginia home.
So they can lose 2 games.
They can lose 2.
There's a lot of off-season to go. There's a lot of football to be played in the future. But we'll mark that down in our Excel spreadsheet, that bold prediction. Virginia Tech, 10 wins, 6.5 out of 7 on the boldness scale.
Josh Pate, we're coming to you next.
Okay.
I'm going to tweet it out at you, ask you what your prediction is.
We need... Oh, my gosh.
We gotta
That Twitter
try.
account is going to go crazy.
We got to try.
Okay. All of them. I don't know
absolutely.
where he even accepts those, but... Yeah.
I'll just tweet it at him, see if we get enough.
Let me regain my thoughts for my
Okay, sorry.
prediction here. All right, I'm ready.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
my bold prediction is Texas misses the playoff again. And this is why. No, hear me out. The problem is they are Penn State 2.0. All right. No, listen to this. Let's see. What was Penn State this year? They were ranked number 2.
They were ranked
This year, Texas is a preseason. They're going to be a top 3 team. They got a lot of guys coming back. They're like, okay, you know what Penn State had? They had a ton of returning starters. You know what Texas has? A ton of returning starters. How'd that turn out for them? Not great. Oh, but Matthew, other teams have had returning starters. That's true, but that's not where the similarities end. Texas kind of has a case of they can't beat the big ones. Their season this year,
They beat
I mean,
Texas.
it's kind of a pushover. They had
Texas A&M.
They had big wins. They had like Texas A&M, sure, but you know what else they had? They had a solid stretch there where they looked like crap.
They did.
First
have
of
a
all,
stretch
they
that
lost
did
to
not look
Georgia.
great.
They haven't beat Georgia in like 10 years. So as long as
True.
they're playing Georgia, they're gonna lose.
True.
The other problem is they have that time where they look like crap, and I think these Texas fans are gonna be done with it because remember they went to overtime with like Kentucky
Sure.
and they were tied with Mississippi State in the fourth quarter.
Oh, I remember that.
And those were back-to-back
Then
games.
Brandon Walker opened his mouth, and then they lost.
Yeah, it was so unbelievable that like there's no way that they're gonna go the whole season. They're gonna be disciplined. And this is the other thing, James Franklin. Everyone's comparing James Franklin to like oh my gosh, Oregon's coach
Dan Lanning?
Dan Lanning. Everyone's saying Dan Lanning's the new James Franklin.
Oh.
And as much as I wouldn't like to say that,
it's been
because
2
they're like
years.
Dan Lanning can't win the big games. You know, Texas. I guess they didn't make it this year. And sure, they were playing well at the end of the year. They beat Texas A&M. They had
Sure.
a couple other top 10 wins, but only because they're in the SEC that they're ranked in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole point is I think he's going to get one loss and maybe a second loss under his belt, and then people are just going to go crazy.
Okay.
I think they're going to I don't think you can implode to the level that Penn State imploded, because that was like generational, like almost as well as Indiana went up this year.
Yeah.
Penn State almost went down that much until they fired their coach.
Oh,
and then
true.
they did better. Nothing against James Franklin. I actually think he's a great coach. I don't know why they did that. But I think Texas has the perfect storm brewing. They have all the expectation. If I didn't mention it earlier, Texas has like I said, tied for the second best odds to win the
See that.
championship.
Yeah.
They have the Heisman favorite. Again,
Okay.
last year,
Yep,
Arch
yep,
Manning,
yep.
Heisman favorite. This
Yep.
year, back again because they're reloading.
Hey, love Manning.
Like they need
The name.
any sort of a guys to not work out, and it's going to be a big problem.
All right. Just off that, so we're looking at 3 losses.
3 losses. Oh no, but Texas should have made it with 3 losses. I
We're
think
gonna
they
assume-
get 4 losses.
Great. I want you to tell me where it is. I'm gonna give you the teams in a row.
Oh, and I can't know which one's next.
You can't know
Okay.
what's next. Go ahead. Ready?
I'm ready.
Texas State,
Okay, they're gonna win that.
Ohio State.
That's at Texas.
That is at Texas.
I think if I'm saying they're getting 4 losses, they're losing Ohio State there.
UTSA,
Winning that.
Tennessee,
This is gonna be like the 4th loss, or maybe not. I don't know.
This is why we're doing this
Is
exercise.
this at Tennessee?
Checking to see if you did research.
Is this at Tennessee or Texas?
At Tennessee.
This is at Tennessee. I say Tennessee wins this game. I think that's going to be the warning signs. It's going to be like, this is where the fans get angry. This is where they say to fire their coach when they shouldn't. But this is where it starts to get ugly.
Oklahoma,
Ooh. So they beat Oklahoma
Red River Shootout.
this year. They did a lot better. Neutral site. Oklahoma not looking super great this
One
year.
of the best rivalries in football.
Yeah, I think if
Another argument.
if they lose that game, the fans really implode. But I'm going to say they win that game.
Okay.
I'm going to say they win.
Florida.
Florida, I think they'll beat year 1 John Summerall. I think they'll be okay. They'll beat,
What happened last year?
well, you know, I don't think he's going to turn around that quickly.
Ole Miss.
Okay, are you ready? This is where the wheels fall off. This is where they lose to Ole Miss. They lose to,
Mississippi State
Pete
is
Golding.
next.
dare I say, they're not going to lose. They're going to look close. They're not going to lose, but it's going to look close.
At Missouri.
At Missouri, they lose that game. Missouri's been great every year.
At LSU.
Is that their last game? Just curious.
Nope.
No, it's not.
2 more.
I think Missouri's sneaky good. I think they're getting better every year. I think they lose to Missouri. At LSU, I think they lose to LSU.
Arkansas.
I think they'll beat Arkansas. I think they'll be fine there.
At Texas A&M.
So here's the question. At this point, they do have 4 losses. Maybe they fired their coach by now. Maybe they haven't. Maybe they've learned. I wouldn't fire him. By the way, if they do have 4 losses at this point, I would not recommend firing your head coach, Steve Sarkisian, because they had, all this happening. But if that's the case, I actually think they have a better shot at this game. However, if they already have 4 losses, there's not
Let's
a ton to play
assume
for.
Steve is there.
If he's there, I actually think Texas A&M's not that good. They had a really easy SEC schedule this year. I don't think they're really reloading next year, and Texas Tech's taking all the talent. So I'll take Texas to beat Texas A&M again, just like
All
they
right.
beat Oklahoma twice.
So, quick recap here. Texas is going to lose to Ohio State, Tennessee, Ole Miss,
Missouri.
Missouri,
And the wheels fall off.
LSU, right?
Yes.
LSU, and win out. 5 loss.
Oh boy.
That is what we're saying.
All right, my bold prediction: Texas, preseason top 3, fraudulent. I guess you're fraudulent if you're a 5-loss team. All right, I will take it. 5-loss team.
Yeah, and that's a 7 out of 7 in the absolute
It's a
crazy
7
scale.
out of 7.
There's no way they're having a 5-loss team.
You don't think so?
No.
I think that's
I'll
less.
give you $5.
I think that's less crazy than Virginia Tech. I'm not
$5.
doing a 1-to-1 bet for you on a boldness scale of 7.
$5.
I'm not doing that.
Money where his mouth is.